Welcome to the Science Workshop. Today we're gonna make thumb pianos. Right, so the first step is we need our base. This is gonna be where everything goes. So we're gonna take our 2 screws and we're gonna stick them through the holes in our base, making sure both sides are the same. And we're gonna put it down on our table, our desk, wherever we're at. And then now that we have that down, we're gonna take our compression board, stick, whatever, either one. This is gonna be putting the pressure down on our little metal pieces, but for now we're gonna use it as a guide. So we're gonna put it through the holes, the screws through the holes on this board, and it's gonna sit right there. Now we wanna take our 2 dowels, these little round sticks, and we're gonna put one on each side. And then to secure them, we're gonna use hot glue. So these are really thin, so we're gonna be careful. We're gonna put some right on the side. We don't need a lot, but we want a good line on the side. And we wanna watch out with our fingers because it is really hot. And we're gonna place it back right on the side of our compression board. Just like that. So I have my first one done. Now I'm gonna do my second. Being careful with my fingers, I don't wanna burn myself. And we're gonna put it down on the other side. And just like that, we can take everything off and just double check that everything's on there. And there we go, we have our 2 dowels on each side of our stick. We could fit it right in there. Perfect. Now that we have these 2 down, we're gonna put our screws back in. And we're gonna take our metal pieces right here, and we're just gonna place them down like this. And now we're gonna bring back our compression stick board, and we're gonna place it back on there again. And now we're going to take these wing nuts and we're gonna put them on our screws right here. Whoa. And we're just gonna tighten them a little bit, enough to where it holds down our metal pieces without them being stuck there. So they can move a little bit, so we can adjust them. And now we're gonna take some glue, and if you notice the ends, they're a little sharp, and just to be a little safer about it, we're gonna add little dots of glue at the end, just like that. And pull away, and then we're gonna let that cool down and move on to the next one. Let that cool down, move on to the next one, just a little drop. Move on to the next one. Let that dry, let that cool down. Enough. You're gonna move on and do another layer of glue, just so it's really well covered. Okay, now that you let them cool enough, we're going to put them in their final spots before we fully tighten our wing nuts. So I'm gonna do mine. I'm gonna do my first one about right there, and then I'm gonna probably put this one just a little closer to my base, and then I'm gonna move this one a little farther back than the rest. And then for this one, we'll just do it like that. Now that you have them in their final spots, we want to start tightening these wing nuts until we feel a lot of resistance, until we can't twist it easily anymore. really tight. And then you could test if they move and if they're on there really good. Then we're ready to go. Mine aren't moving, so I got mine on there tight enough. A really good thing to look for is that your screws went into the wood a little bit, because we want it to sit flat on our surface, on our table or our desk, wherever we're at right now. If you can't tighten it with your fingers and it's a little too hard for you, you also have some of these needle nose pliers in your toolkits, and you could go ahead and grab them and just twist it like that, and it should be a lot easier than with your fingers. Now that we have them fully tightened and our metal pieces don't move anymore, at least easily, we can test it out. And how you play it is pretty simple. You just push down. And if you notice that the harder I push, the louder the volume is, right? And if I push really softly, it's super quiet. And if you notice how far away each piece is from our middle piece right here, our compression board, our stick right here, the sound changes. It's a different pitch, right? This is low and this is a little higher. See, it's boom, boom, and this one's bing, bing, and this one's a little lower than this one. So yeah, you just adjust it to where you like it. You can make them super, super close and see how that works, or you can make them all the way back as far as they can go and see how low it goes. And just test it around, see what works and what you think sounds good. Nice. Another thing to notice is if you lift it off your desk or your table, you can see how different it sounds. It's a lot quieter, right? You have to try a little harder to get some sound out of it. But if you place it down, right, like we had it before, a lot louder. One last thing you can notice is you could even put it in your mouth. You can bite it. It's really weird, but let's try it out. And if you notice, you can still hear it really good. And you could also put it on your head. Just put it on your head as if you were the table. And just notice how you can hear it very clearly. And that's because normally when you play it on the table, you're hearing it through the air, the vibrations in the air around you, right? But if you have it on you, you hear the vibrations directly because they're traveling through your bones. Now the last part is another fun part, and that is we gotta decorate it. I'm gonna put some pom-poms on mine. I'm gonna put one right here on the side. I'm gonna put another one on the other side. Uh-oh. And it's ready to go. I think it looks awesome. I hope you guys enjoy the sounds you can make with these. Thank you.